So one of the things we want to talk about here on the tailgate are some lessons learned, and particularly lessons learned regarding the harvest and how this harvest went.
First thing was that we got a good contractor. We got a contractor that had equipment that was well adapted to this particular smaller sale of timber. It was a good working relationship that we had with him, and also I was on site almost daily to kind of help steer the operation. If there were any questions, I was right there to answer them. The other thing was that we had enough volume per acre that it made it economically a viable sale. That it wasn't stretching the contractor to the point where he had to push things to make this a viable economic operation.
In this harvest, we remove trees from very large to very small. How does that work with the economics of the situation?
Well, that can be a challenge, but in this particular case, we had enough of some of the medium-sized and larger logs that helped pay for removing some of the lower diameters or smaller diameters that were lower quality and lower value. And so we were able to mix and match a bit, so we were able to pay for removal of some of the smaller, kind of low value, and even pulp logs.
Good. But one of the things we did is when we removed big trees, we just didn't select just big trees. We removed big trees that were declining in health and could favor, improve the health of other trees, but also that helped cover the cost of removing some smaller trees that maybe wouldn't pay their way out of the woods.
Right. We removed about 161,000 board feet off of 50 acres, which was about 30 to 40 loads of logs, and netted about $700 an acre after our the falling and the limbing, bucking, skidding, loading, and transportation costs were taken care of. So it actually ended up about 50-50. About 50% of the gross value came back to us as net income.
With this multi-age, multi-species management, you're in here every 10, 15 years, thinning through the entire diameter range from small to large. And if you time your harvest entry with better log markets, that can help you improve your income.
The value of this type of management approach is that if the markets aren't good when our 10 years is up and we want to have another harvest, we have the flexibility to wait until those markets improve, and because we're not set in stone in terms of when we need to harvest.